Ringo TV Raw. You already don't know what it is. We back again for another one. As soon as you come into the building, click that like button one time, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel. Shout out to everybody on the Ringo TV Reactions channel. Okay, we got a lot of work to do. Straitway is in the news. That's right. Man, oh man, where do we begin with this one? P. Diddy Dowell, Dowell Muir. Wow. Imagine a pastor that protects a child abuser. Imagine a pastor that claims he followed the Bible. He followed God. And he has another man who's a former NFL player. He's a child abuser and a pastor ordained. See, I just kind of stay quiet, you know, lay in the cut, just kind of mind my business and just wait for info to come out. Because P. Diddy Dowell made a video claiming that we all gotta apologize to him. Yeah, he made a video doing damage control, basically saying that the news media got it wrong. Everybody's lying. This is just an allegation, you know. But yet, Dowell Muir is guilty of child abuse, of beating his son to a pulp. And a pastor encourages that. A pastor encouraged a grown NFL player, 300-pound, 6-foot whatever, to beat a 14-year-old like he beating a man. And all that pastor can do is come on YouTube doing damage control, talking about there's going to be a party because we just bought some acres of land. How come P. Diddy Dowell don't take Dowell Muir and kick him out the ministry? Because Diddy Dowell said he stands with Dowell Muir, even though he's guilty. So what does that say about Straitway? What does that say about a church that condone abusing children? That's right. P. Diddy Dowell of Straitway Ministry condones beating children, abusing children. That's right. See, judgment has come. See, you thought that y'all could play all these games. Y'all thought y'all could play with the Most High. Y'all made all those videos talking all that crap about brothers. Now y'all in the news. Now you on TMZ. TMZ got y'all. TMZ got Straitway on their page. Wow. Ain't that something? A pastor abusing children. And put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clear. On both channels, we're streaming on the Ringo TV Raw channel, as well as the Ringo TV Reactions channel. So if you are viewing, make sure you click the like button and put a 1 in the chat so I know that you can hear me on both channels. I don't see nobody in the chat on the Raw channel, so I don't know what's going on over there. But nonetheless, let's get to the intro and then we're going to get to work. We have a lot of footage to go through. We got to analyze the videos. I know y'all been waiting for me to pretty much cover the story. Like I said, I'm pretty busy. Hope you like the setup. I hope you like the way the visuals look. I'm working hard behind the scenes. I got a lot of things that I'm working on. But nonetheless, this particular story is so important because Diddy Dowell been trying to profess himself as a man of Yah, and yet he have criminals and felons in his church. He condoned beating children up. He condoned pastors abusing children. He don't have nothing to say about it. He said that he stand with Dowell Muir even if he abused children. Even though it's out, you would think that Diddy would step down from the ministry. You would think that Dowell would say, you know what, guys, I got it wrong. I'm gonna step down from the ministries. I'm done. I'm gonna remove Pastor Muir. He's making us look bad. No, he said, I stand with him. Even if he's guilty, I stand with him. That's basically what he's saying, guys. So let's go to the intro, and we're gonna be back with a lot of content, a lot of information. So let's go to that intro. Let's go.
Young nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean as can be up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, on me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might slide through with that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing. Young nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Young nigga about that paper. 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 Hop on a jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it that top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing. Young nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, but I fix the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Yeah, how far we progress. Fluid, I don't see a threat.
Tonight at 6 with a silver alert for a missing child. It remains in effect tonight for the 14-year-old son of a former Indianapolis Colts player. Bryson Muir was last seen more than 2 weeks ago, and police say the teen's parents are not cooperating with this investigation. Our Rich Nye is in Logansport tonight at the property of a religious group where police believe the boy may have been abused. Rich?
Yeah, Jenny, behind me is the property here in Logansport, which is called the Straitway Indiana Goshen Community. It's a religious group. Dowell Muir is the former Colt who is now the pastor and leader of the people who live here. But Dowell is also the person of interest in the alleged abuse of his missing son. Bryson Muir's grandmother, Cheryl Wright, says she picked him up in Toledo, Ohio on June 13th at the request of her daughter, Bryson's mother. Wright took this photo of Bryson with a black eye and swollen face. She told 13 News in a phone interview that Bryson said that his father, Dowell Muir, caused his injuries.
He told me that, he deserved it and it was okay. So I told him that it wasn't. No one should beat their children like that, not if they love them.
After 4 days at his
Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that part? The son said that his father beat him. But P. Diddy Dowell take none of that into consideration. That's no different than if a 14-year-old girl came out and said, yo, I was violated. I was violated by 2 men. Yeah, they touched me. They did X, Y, and Z. Basically, what P. Diddy Dowell is saying is he don't believe her. So if a young girl got raped at Straitway, they won't care. It's just an allegation, according to Diddy Dowell. Think about that. Think about this. The son just said that his daddy was the one that beat him. Case closed. He did it. But Diddy Dowell is online saying, oh, those are just allegations. No, they took him by grandma. Grandma's the one that gave us the photo, y'all. Grandma gave us this photo. Look at the boy beaten to a pulp. Pastor Muir did this to his son, guys. That's right. That guy right there with the arrows pointing. And Diddy Dowell is protecting him. Make sure you're on the Ringo TV Reactions channel if you're viewing on the Raw channel. That's the only way you're going to be able to see the footage. Yeah. Now, Cat Williams was right. He told y'all this is the year of exposure. I put 2004. I got to correct that. But nonetheless, think about this. Think about a man beating up a 14-year-old like this. What could a 14-year-old do to deserve this level of treatment? And this is coming from a church that claim they believe in Jesus. This is coming from a church that claim they follow God and follow the Bible. A church that claim you need to come to our land because it's full of peace and joy and tranquility, but yet they abuse children. They abuse children at this cult. That's what they do. Let's take a listen to that tape again, fam. Let's rewind this thing back. Let's listen to the tapes, because the tapes don't lie.
Bryson's mother. Wright took this photo of Bryson with a black eye and swollen face. She told 13 News in a phone interview that Bryson said that his father, Dowell Muir, caused his injuries.
Wow.
He told me that, he deserved it and it was okay. So I told him that it wasn't. No one should beat their children like that, not if they love them.
After 4 days at his grandmother's house in the Cleveland area, Bryson's mom, Kristen Muir, picked him up.
When she picked him up, I knew that she was taking him back to an abusive situation when she told me that I could care for him. So at that point, I knew that I had to call the authorities.
She did call police, who stopped Kristen Muir just a few minutes after leaving. But Bryson was not in the car.
Bryson was not in the car. You know why? Because once they found out that grandma, shout out to all the grandmothers, man. Y'all gotta love y'all grandmother, man. I don't care what nobody say. Grandmothers, listen, grandmothers might have been, strict. They might have been rough around the edges, but I'm telling you, the grandmothers of old, fam, they are the ones who had the real love for the children, man. It's the grandmothers, man. They didn't tolerate none of that BS. When they saw injustice, they called it out. When they saw things happening, they'll take the kids in because they knew their daughter was full of ish. And grandma would be like, give me the kids. I'll watch them. You don't want them? Bring them over my house. I'll feed them. You gotta show love to grandma, man. Grandmas was always there for us, fam. If it wasn't for this grandmother, nobody would know. Nobody would know. This young boy would have been abused and battered and nobody would know. Think about that, man. If grandma didn't take the photo, fam, we would not know. Think about how many other kids are possibly being abused. Think about that. Think about that. Use your brain. If this is going on, how many other kids are possibly being abused? Think about how many other kids are being silenced right now. Think about that. This is serious, man. This is serious, serious business, bro. And it's sad that this pastor, P. Diddy Dowell, he's supposed to be the leadership. And he's not even coming forward to say, you know what? Let me speak on these issues. Let me share my thoughts about this because, you know, it's messing up the ministry. It's making us look bad. No, he's not doing that, you know? Hold on, let me change a setting real fast. Hold on. Let me see. Change that setting. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's not coming forward to address these issues like a man and say, you know what? Enough is enough. We messed up. We dropped the ball. Dowell Muir did abuse his kid. I can't protect him. No. Instead, he's going along with the flow. Instead, he's going along with the flow, guys. He's not taking accountability. This is bad, man. Shout out to Pastor Rufus in the building. I see you there. What's going on? And make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We need these videos to circulate. We need these videos to circulate, fam. Diddy Dowell told everybody that we gotta apologize because we got it wrong. No, we got it right. We got it right. Your ministries is a dangerous cult, and the Most High is judging you. And that big mouth Pastor Muir was talking a lot of crap on camera, a lot of junk, slandering my name, talking a whole bunch of junk. Look at you now. Handcuffs, going into the police car because you're a child abuser. You're not a man. You abuse children. And you had all that talk about Ringo this, Ringo that, all these slanderous videos. Now look at your man in cuffs, child abuser. Talk all that crap about children this, children that. Ain't the Most High good? Ain't the Most High good? Now your mans in them is going to jail. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. No, your mans in them going to jail. Your mans in them abusing children. Look at you now. Looking dumb out here. That's what happens. That's what happens when you speak against men of truth. You get exposed. You got exposed. TMZ got you up on their website now, airing you out. Looking real dumb out here, fam. Let's get to those tapes.
The alleged abuse happened on the property in Logansport where Bryson lives with his family. And Daniel is the pastor of the Straitway, Indiana Goshen religious community. Last week, the Indiana Department of Child Services asked the Indiana State Police to investigate the alleged abuse. According to police, Bryson's parents agreed through an attorney to bring the boy to a meeting Friday with investigators at the state police post in Peru, but the parents backed out. Then police issued a silver alert. That means Bryson is believed to be in extreme danger.
I just want to find Bryson. I want to make sure that he's okay, and I need to see that he's okay.
Daniel Muir played 4 seasons for the Indianapolis Colts, ending in 2011. And state police told me today that they have communicated with the attorney for the Muirs since that silver alert was issued last Friday afternoon. But through the weekend and through today, they still have not been able to locate Bryson Muir. And state police say that getting a search warrant for this property behind me is an option that is being considered, but they hope that is a step that they don't have to take.
You know why they said, and this was before the raid. This particular video was before the raid. I just have to put it out there because it's substantiating the points that the young boy pretty much came to his grandmother and was like, look, grandma, my father did this to me. My daddy beat me up. He did this to me. This happens all the time. If he did it once, he'll do it again. So that means that he's been abusing this boy like this for a long time. And being that P. Diddy Dowell have nothing to say about it, he condoned this type of abuse too, which means women are being abused. Remember when I was doing all my videos and I was saying, yo, the women are being abused at Straitway? Nobody believed me. Remember that? Nobody believed me. Well, here's your proof. There's the proof. If that boy is being beaten by his own daddy to a pope, then what that say about the church? What that says about the ministry? What that says about how they feel when they get with women and the women disobeying? They slapping them around. Don't talk to me like that. What are you doing? That's what they do. They just don't put it on camera. But this is what they do. See, when grandma notified the authorities, it was within minutes they were there. And when they checked the car, the boy wasn't there. Well, what happened? They put him in another car, y'all. Daddy's smart. Daddy said, you know what? His grandmother just called the police. Yo, fam, pull up with the other car. Quick, pull up. Yo, get out the car. Get up, go in their car. All right, let's go. Get in the car, let's go. Police pulled him over. Where the boy at? Oh, he's not here. What do you mean the boy's not here? Where he at? Well, he not here. I don't know. That's how wicked they are, fam. They switch vehicles. Because they didn't want the police to see the damage, the swelling. They wanted to wait a couple of days till the swelling go down, till the severity of the problem die out. And the whole time, Pastor Dowell knew about this, y'all. The whole time, he knew about the abuse. And he said nothing. He knew that this man was punching his kid in the face, and he didn't do nothing. He let it go down. What that says about his community is built on blood. It's built on death. That whole ministry is full of devils, man. And it's being exposed. Yo, Dowell, where you at? Where your man's at? Where he at? What's going on? How your man getting arrested for abusing children? You're the same one talking all that crap. Now look at your man's, bro. You look crazy out here. Making all them videos, all that slander. And now your man and his woman behind bars. That's what happened when you wicked. That's what happened when you're evil. Y'all supposed to be out here preaching the gospel. Y'all abusing children now. Y'all talk all this stuff about being macho man, protecting the community. Here we got a child being abused. No one protected him. Instead, y'all tried to hide him from law enforcement. Y'all weren't protecting him. If Daniel didn't protect his own son, what does that say about the women in the ministry? The other children in the ministry? Think about how many other kids are being abused right now. Think about how many kids are crying in the house, crying for help, and there's no one to save them. Think about the boys that are frightened and they're scared. Think about that. This is crazy, man. Imagine this. The other day, Diddy Dowell was making 1,000 slanderous videos about me, accusing me of all sorts of unthinkable acts with no proof, no victims, no nothing. Here we have a fucking victim. Here we have a situation of a man beating children. We have the proof, we have the video, we have the images, we have the audio from the grandmother. And you clowns who follow this ministry are still dumb. That just shows that you folks who claim you rep the Most High are under strong delusion. Because here you have a criminal organization of men professing themselves to be godly, but they're evil. Nobody should be abusing children like that. There should be off limits, but no, everybody is cool with it at Straitway. Go to the comments. You see people like, all praises, pastor, all praises, shepherd. What? What are y'all? What? All praises, shepherd? No, ain't no all praises. They all supposed to be in prison. They supposed to be investigated. The entire cult supposed to be investigated. Ain't no telling how many people died over there at Straitway, and it been covered up. Look at the damage control Diddy Dowell was doing the whole time. Making stupid videos talking about there's gonna be a party, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a party. Then he posted some stupid video with some white guy talking about, oh yeah, I get $50 a month, but I also get a $300 allowance for alcohol. So let me get this straight, Diddy Dowell. You guys give a whole man $50 allowance for a month for him and his family, but you give him a $300 alcohol allowance? No wonder everybody is over there crazy. They drunk. They drunk. I don't know who told you to post that video. You probably felt, well, let me put the video out there to expose myself before Ringo gets it and talk about it. Fam, whether you put it out there first or not, I'm still gonna expose you. There's no escaping this judgment. The Most High is judging you right now. All of y'all. And now the Fed's gonna come in now. And see, with all those guns y'all got, that didn't stop law enforcement. That didn't stop the police. That didn't stop the officials from coming in heavy. You know what I mean? They broke down the gate at Goshen. That's right. That's right. They broke down the fence and told y'all, look, oh yeah, we broke it. Oh, charge it to the government. They'll pay for it. With all that military training, with all of the guns, y'all couldn't do a damn thing. Y'all can't do nothing. All that talk about, yeah, you come on my land, blah, 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 I'm gonna do this, whoopity whoop what. You couldn't do nothing. When the man came up and pulled up, he pulled up deep. He pulled up deep with the SWAT and everybody. You couldn't do nothing to protect the people. And that just goes to show you, when you hear these religious organizations talking all this crap about, yeah, you know, we're this, we got our guns in our videos, we got our AR-15s. Fam, none of those weapons meant nothing when the real boys came in. When the real boys with the military and everybody come in, you can't do nothing. And that's a fact. You can't do nothing. Let's get back to these tapes, fam. Let's get to these tapes.
In the next few days.
Yeah, certainly just need to find that little boy. All right, Rich Nye reporting live in Logansport. Thank you. Remember, you can find all of our past coverage of the search for Bryson Muir, including more of our conversation with his grandmother, online. Plus, you'll be able to see any new developments in this investigation, all at WTHR.com.
Well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. Well, I'm sure by now, a lot of people have heard somewhat of what they believe to be what they think they understand concerning the Pastor Muir situation up there. And I can tell you, I'm going to do just like the world does. Whenever something is under investigation or whatever it is, I'm not going to do like a lot of people do, sit there and rush to judgment. The one thing I do know is that the news media has definitely done spun the narrative. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right here. It's amazing how it's something as soon as it hits the public out there, as soon as it hits the public, people automatically believe that whatever is being reported is true. Don't y'all know news media by now? Don't y'all know how this system works by now? You don't know how it works by now. Well, anyway.
Are y'all listening to this mess? Are y'all listening to this garbage that this guy is saying here? This man is literally trying to tell us that you don't know how the news media work. As if though Daniel Muir is innocent. I'm telling you, fam, if a young girl got violated at Straitway, y'all would not hear about it unless a grandmother is around and she talks about the situation. You're not going to hear about it. Because you got criminals like this that hide. This guy here should be investigated, fam. I don't care what nobody say. This is the head pastor. You got a pastor who clearly is abusing children. How the fuck you gonna sit there and not do nothing about it? He been arrested. The son pretty much said he did it. Grandma pretty much exposed it. And you got this clown right here sitting there making these stupid videos rather than taking action. But no, nobody cares. Because they all criminals. They all beat children. They all abuse children and women. But they try to hide behind God. We're going to have our Shabbat service. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have our church service. Yeah, we're going to have our Wednesday night service, our Bible study. Yeah. And after that, they go abuse people. Imagine if grandma didn't show us the truth, guys. We would not know. Listen, y'all got to think about this. Think about what I'm saying, man. If grandma did not reveal the truth, this would go under the rug. Diddy Dowell would go about business. Pastor Muir would go about business, and none of us would ever know. You can't trust people, bro. Sisters, y'all be wanting to get down with these type of cults. You can't trust these folks. They beating children. Come on. How many more victims are there? These are the things I look at. How many more victims are suffering in silence? How many children are locked away in a closet somewhere, bruised? How many young girls been forcefully violated by men at Straitway and nobody knows? Come on. Y'all better pay attention. Let's get back to these tapes. Let's go.
Everybody allegedly in this country is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But the way it actually works is you're guilty and they treat you as if you're guilty. And here's the problem. The problem is, I wonder if the news media, because I'm at liberty to say this, because I know some of the things that's going on, but because there's legal counsel involved, I can't say too much because
He just said he knows some of the things that's going on. So he already knew. He already know what it is. But he gave his mans and them a pass for beating up his son. Think about that. He just confessed that he know. And now he trying to speak. Why? Because he know what's coming.
they don't talk to me because they're in another state. All right, so, but I wonder as soon as the truth of all this comes out, and I wonder when the news media found out that they falsely reported something, and everybody else there they were swift to jump on the bandwagon of condemnation. I wonder if all these people are going to come out with the same vigor and tenacity and repentance. I wonder if they're going to make a video saying that I'm sorry and all this other stuff, because at least it looks like it's heading that way.
Oh, no, it's not, sir. No, it's not. You need to make a video apologizing and repenting to the public. How dare you talk about we need to apologize to you? Your man's got arrested. Your man is guilty of beating children. I thought y'all rep the Most High. See, y'all been thinking that, oh, if somebody open a Bible, they must be good. No, people with Bibles are actually worse. People with Bibles are worse. I would trust a person that don't know the Bible more than a person who do read the Bible. Because people who know Bible can use it to their advantage to manipulate people that are not quick to discern and understand things. This is why church is big business. This is why pastors make millions of dollars off of the people, because the pastors manipulate the people that are ignorant of the truth. Ignorant don't mean stupid. Ignorant mean uninstructed, uninformed. That's all it means. It means you just don't know the truth. You haven't been formally educated. So they'll use that to their advantage, to deceive you, mislead you. And this is why in these churches, they'll tell you, bring all the tithes to the storehouse, right? And you give 10% of your hard-earned money to some pork chop eating snake pastor who twisted the Bible for his own financial benefit, when the Bible never said to give a pastor 10% of your money. But Ringo, the Bible does say, bring ye all the tithes to the storehouse. Yeah, in that day it said that. And shout out to No Captivity in the building. No Captivity with Freezy. I see you in the building. Listen, when you understand the scriptures, yeah, at a certain time you had the tithe in that day, in that time. Today, there's no such thing as tithing no money to nobody, because there's no storehouse. And the people of the Most High have been scattered all over the place. There are no Levite priests. So why are you giving your money to a pastor? And when you think about it, when you read the scriptures, it never said nothing about giving anybody money. The tithe was livestock, fruits, and vegetables. And guess where that came from? It didn't come from the common folk. It came from landowners, herdsmen, farmers, those people that had an abundance of supply. They were responsible for making sure the Levites had an inheritance. But because people don't read, these pastors take advantage of them. And this is what P. Diddy Dowell is doing right now through his video right here. He's doing damage control because he wants the public to continue to think highly of Straitway. when really it's a straight way to hell ministries. Let's go.
It looks like it's heading that way. Because, man, I tell you, as soon as a story or news break or whatever it is, and you see things, and look, just because you see something, it don't mean that that's the way it is.
Are you kidding me? Listen to what he just said, y'all. Just because something looks some way doesn't mean that's what it is. So the photos is a lie? So you're telling me that that young boy, 14 years old, got a swollen face. Yo, it had to take some blows to make his face look like that, man. A man had to be real angry. Real angry. But hey, you heard what the man said. Just because things look a certain way doesn't mean that's the way it is. And this is coming from the head pastor in charge. That's the head pastor who say it's the truth straight way. This is sad, y'all. To all you so-called folks at Straightway, all you yes men, all you people that be in the comments talking the most about everybody, where you at? Where you at to talk now? Where you at? What do you got to say about this? Oh, y'all don't got nothing to say now, right? Didn't I tell y'all that y'all pastor gonna be in the news? Didn't I tell y'all that y'all pastor gonna be on TMZ? I told y'all that. Go look at all my videos. Go look at my videos and study them. I already told y'all this was gonna come. Now it's here. Let's go.
And man, oh man, how many of you out there are really, truly learning about natural family members? I remember some time ago, before I even started the community, or even the Straightway Truth Ministry in itself, we was having a church in the home. And my natural family members, man, they hated it so much that they brought forth a false allegation. And my wife and I had to actually go get an attorney in order to beat back this wicked organization. And because, man, I mean, I'm like, who follows up on these outlandish charges like this without knowing the truth of what's happening?
Are y'all paying attention to his confession? Are y'all paying attention? This is not the first time stuff like this happened, y'all. P. Diddy Dowell just confessed right there that something similar happened to him multiple times concerning children. Are y'all not listening to this? This is not the first time kids were abused, y'all. Check it out.
And man, I'm telling you, and so I beat DCS at least 2 or 3 times on false allegations.
He beat DCS 2 or 3 times on false allegations. Y'all don't see it? Y'all don't see what's going on? Y'all can't see the truth? They abuse children, y'all. He got away with murder 2 or 3 times because nobody believed the kids. Because nobody was there to provide the proof. But this time, they got the proof. This time, they got the evidence. This is sad, fam. So he was doing damage control this whole time. Trying to say, just like they beat the cases 2 or 3 times, Daniel Muir is gonna beat this case because it's just an allegation. Are you seeing how he's watering down the truth? He's watering it down. He don't want you to think that this is real. He want you to think this is just an allegation. Nobody hit that boy. Nobody touched him. It's made up. He'll beat it. And you guys got to apologize to me.
The point now that if somebody even makes some allegation, something like that, they don't even follow up no more. It's just sickening. It's sad the type of world that we live in. But I want to wait to see if people have the same vigor, the tenacity, the drive, the determination to say I'm sorry, to run to repentance, to say I got it wrong, say I jumped the gun and do all this after everything has come out. We'll see. We'll see.
No, what we'll see is, are you going to do that? Are you going to come out? Are you going to repent? Are you going to apologize? Because you're wrong, sir. Your man's got arrested. Your man's is going to jail because he's an abuser of children. All you guys at Straitway are in cahoots with one another. And this video here confirms it. This video didn't age well, sir. That video, you should have never put it on YouTube. You should have took that video down because it did not age well. Let's go.
We'll see, because again, I don't know everything. Pastor Muir has been informed by his legal counsel about how to go about doing something. That's the reason why you don't hear nothing. And just like they do in the news media, we can't answer that question. We can't answer this question until an investigation has been done. That is fair enough, right? I mean, after all, I'm not the judge, the jury, or the executioner. And this is not something that's even in the jurisdiction and the conus of Tennessee. What in the world is going on with y'all out there?
What's going on? You're the head pastor. What you need to tell us? You the head ninja in charge. Those guys listen to you. So if they abusing children, they got to get it from you, right? Where they get this militant mindset? Where they get this from? Because I always had questions about that Pastor Muir guy. Always. From when I used to make the videos regarding your case that we covered a while back, I've always questioned. This guy looked like a violent man, a very, very sick, mentally disturbed man. And now it all comes out now. Now he beating children. So I know he beat women too. I know he beat women. Let's go.
Amazing, isn't it? So anyway, I'm going to tell you this, that Straitway, we stand in solidarity with Pastor Muir and his family, and them. We'll continue to keep praying for them. They have our 100% undying loyalty and support.
You heard that? Did y'all hear that, fam? P. Diddy Dowell just said, the child abuser have his support. That's what he said, y'all. That's what he said. He just said, I support a child abuser. Y'all remember when Diddy Dowell put out slanderous videos regarding me, R. Kelly, and all this other nonsense? Taking audio clips, manipulating videos, trying to make me look like I'm some sort of pedo. Y'all remember that mess? Look at him now. Look at your man's now. Your man's going to jail. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. Where are all those people? Where are all my accusers? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Straitway Cult Ministry have child abusers in the church in pastoral positions. And they're actually abusing children. And nobody got nothing to say about it. Where are all the scoffers and the trolls and the people that cheerlead P. Diddy Dowell? Where y'all at to go into his comment section and say, you know what? I'm done. Y'all had all that talk, all that smoke, and now y'all out here protecting child abusers? What? Nah, I'm out.
The king is coming. Y'all have a good day. King coming.
We are following breaking news right now. CBS 4 has confirmed that 14-year-old Bryson Muir, the teen who had been missing for 2 weeks, has been found. This morning, we know his parents are in custody and several other people are detained in Cass County. The 14-year-old is the son of former Colt Daniel Muir. 3 SWAT teams, detectives, K-9 units, and a bomb squad were prepared to search multiple buildings at the property owned by the Servant Leaders Foundation, a nonprofit religious group. Investigators secured search warrants and were set to search the compound. Bryson's parents were due in court on Tuesday, but didn't show up, leading state police to prepare a large search effort this morning. We have the full details on this developing case happening right now at CBS4Indy.com.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So basically, the boy has been found and is safe. They had the SWAT team, bomb squad, everybody. You know why? Because when you're dealing with a cult, you might have a situation where they want to go all out and go to war. But they came down there heavy and did what they need to do. And they found the boy and took Daniel Muir and the mother into custody along with some other people that they detained and pretty much put in cuffs. Because you can't really trust these people. Let's go.
Begin 13 News at noon with breaking news. A missing 14-year-old boy and the son of former Colts player Daniel Muir has been found safe this morning by Indiana State Police in Logansport. Bryson's parents, Kristen and Daniel Muir, now both arrested.
Oh, man. What a sight, guys. Check that out. This is supposed to be a pastor, a man of God, a man who believes in Jesus, the Christ. And yet, he's out here abusing children. Ain't that a shame? That man right there was talking a load of horse crap in videos. And I told y'all that his day is coming. Look at his new uniform, guys. See his uniform and his sidekick? They need to be in prison, fam. Quick. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
What you talking about, Will?
You're going to jail. Because mom is also guilty because she knew. But then again, she could be getting abused. She may be being abused by Daniel Muir. She may be one who is suffering a lot of trauma due to the abuse she been getting. Because if the boy is getting knocked upside his head like that, ain't no telling what he's doing to her. Now, I'm not saying she innocent, but there's a possibility that she is being abused too. Come on now. This is serious business. Shout out to Carla for the support. Carla for the support says P. Diddy Dowell Straitway is wicked as hell. Don't join this cult. Yeah, don't join that cult unless you want your children to be beat. But yeah, look at his face. Right there when he took that picture, he was saying to himself, damn, I know Ringo gonna get a hold of this one. It's not looking good, man. It's looking real bad. Your mans in them is in the scrubs, you know what I'm saying? Looking real crazy out there. And there ain't no fringes on that. So he got caught without his fringes on. Let's go.
Kristen faces a preliminary charge of obstruction of justice. Daniel faces preliminary charges of obstruction of justice and domestic battery. Right now, our Rich Nye is in Logansport outside of Cass County Jail following the latest developments. And Rich, what have you learned so far?
Karen, Daniel and Kristen Muir are currently in the Cass County Jail awaiting a hearing. That happens at 1 o'clock here in the Cass County Government Building behind me. And at that hearing, they'll find out if perhaps they will get a bond so that they could post bond and be released today before the July 4th holiday. Now, early this morning, the Indiana State Police SWAT team, they executed a search warrant on this property about 6 a.m. This is in Logansport. This is where the Muir family lives. The property is owned by Servant Leaders Foundation. The religious group that lives and meets here is called Straitway Indiana Goshen. Daniel Muir is the pastor and the leader of that group. Bryson's grandmother reported
Did you hear what he just said? Did y'all hear that part? Let me rewind it back because maybe you didn't hear it. Let me rewind it back. Check it out.
family lives. The property is owned by Servant Leaders Foundation.
Notice what it just said. The property is owned by Servant Leaders Foundation. That is where P. Diddy Dowell put all the property. In other words, everything that's affiliated with the ministries, they have it under certain LLCs. They have it under certain things so that nobody can know who's who, who's the owner, who's what. But now watch this next part right here. Check it out.
The religious group that lives and meets here is called Straitway Indiana Goshen. Daniel Muir is the pastor and the leader of that group.
Pastor and leader of that group. Did y'all catch that? Pastor and leader. So here we have a pastor who's supposed to be a leader, and he's beating and abusing children. That's grounds for him being stepping down from the ministry. Can't have nobody in leadership like that. So he needs to step down effective immediately. So who have the power and the authority to tell him to step down? Who have that power? Could somebody put the answer in the chat for us, for the class? Who have the power and the authority to make that man step down from the ministry? Because he's abusing kids. These are children now. I need you to understand, children are being abused at this cult. So P. Diddy Dowell have that power. So how come he ain't do it? How come he ain't kicked him out of the church and tell him, get out? Look at how they did. Listen, think about this, guys. I need y'all to all think about what's going on, right? Look at all of the stuff that transpired all these months. Look at how P. Diddy Dowell did Brother Rufus. Think about that now. Think about how he did Pastor Rufus. Kicked him out the assembly quick because he didn't like something he said. But yet, you got a child abuser who beat children with his bare fists, causing severe bruising and swelling. And Diddy Dowell keep Pastor Muir in the ministry. What does that say about him? It's a sick cult, y'all. Let's get back to the tapes.
Bryson's grandmother reported alleged abuse of the 14-year-old boy back on June 16th while he was visiting her home in the Cleveland, Ohio area. She provided a photo to police of Bryson with a black eye and a swollen face. And she said Bryson told her that his dad caused the injuries as a punishment he deserved.
Wow. Wow. Grandma took the photo. The son said, Daddy did this to me, and said, this is a punishment that I deserve. So beating the crap out of your children like that is what these so-called Israelite cults are into. What more do I need to say, fam? Let's go.
She believed the abuse happened on the Logansport property, and police have been trying to locate the boy for 18 days. It appears Bryson was likely here on this property the whole time, but the parents were not cooperating with the investigation and allegedly backed out of a meeting with the state police last Friday to bring Bryson to investigators to talk about the investigation. That led police to getting that search warrant this morning and going onto the property. And again, Bryson was found. He is safe and well, and police say that the parents were taken into custody without incident.
Just nothing but positive vibes. Here we are, trying to find this child, make sure that he's alive and well, and ultimately after 3 weeks of, reaching out, he was found, located, so definitely win in our books.
Daniel Muir was arrested for domestic battery and obstruction of justice. His wife, Kristen, was arrested for obstruction of justice. Daniel played for the Indianapolis Colts for 4 seasons, ending in 2011.
He played for the Indiana Colts, and then he joined a cult. So it was inevitable that this man was going to definitely join a cult. And again, if you're viewing on the Ringo TV Raw channel, make sure you're also viewing on the Ringo TV Reactions channel. That is where you're able to see all of the news clips, the footage. You can hear the audio, but you'll be able to see the visuals of everything that I'm pretty much bringing to the public. So with that said, let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
And again, Daniel and Kristen Muir have a bond hearing. That's today at 1 o'clock here at the Cass County Government Building. I'll be at that hearing and have the very latest for you on WTHR tonight. And Bryson Muir is currently in the custody of the Indiana Department of Child Services here in Cass County, Karen.
All right. Thank you, Rich Nye, reporting live for us in Logansport. It's been a long, exhaustive search. We're just thankful that Bryson has finally been found safe. And as we continue to follow this breaking news, we will keep you updated on air and online at WTHR.com.
Let's get back to our breaking news right now. So many of you have so many questions. Logansport Police and State Police raid the Logansport compound where the parents of Bryson Muir live. We're told both former Colts player Daniel Muir and the mother of Bryson were in custody and arrested.
Yeah, now facing preliminary charges.
In custody and arrested. In custody and arrested for abuse. Let's go.
We're also told that Bryson has been found and he is okay. We've been following this story for some time now, a couple weeks after police say Bryson went missing on June 16th.
Let's get right out to Eric Graves now on the scene early this morning with all of the details he's been able to gather so far. Eric, where do you want to start?
Angela and Zach, we do have some brand new information from Indiana State Police. We have charges for Daniel Muir and Kristen Muir. As I read these, I'm going to give you a closer look inside this compound. As we've been calling it this morning, we are off Sadler Hill Road here in Logansport. This is what we believe to be the back entrance to this property. Police have been...
Now we have the actual location of the address of Straitway Goshen, y'all. Keep that in mind. Let's go.
Working over on US Highway 24, which is just on the other side of this tree line we're seeing. Back to these charges. We have been told that Daniel Muir has been arrested. 1 count of obstruction of justice, 1 count of domestic battery. We had told you earlier this week when I talked to the grandmother of Bryson Muir that Bryson admitted it was his dad who had hit him in that picture we have been showing you since last week of Bryson with a black eye, split lip, and swollen face. Kristen Muir, Bryson's mother, is charged with 1 count of obstruction of justice. This is a look inside of the property we believe them to have lived on. Earlier when we got here this morning at 7 o'clock, there were multiple state police cars out here, multiple SWAT vehicles. They have since left. We believe there is still 1 vehicle in there. And we're monitoring right now to see if there is any other activity happening inside. The most important update of the day, of course, Bryson Muir, the 14-year-old who has been missing for 17 days since June 16th, has been found and appears to be safe and well. He is now in the custody of the Cass County Department of Child Services. We are hoping to hear more from state police.
You know what's sad about this is that the law had to come in and get this boy. Now he's in child services now. Now he's in child services. Straitway Ministries caused this mess. They could have cleaned this mess up right away. They let this thing drag out for weeks because they knew they were going to be exposed. They're so concerned about what people are going to be saying on social media rather than just doing the right thing. P. Diddy Dowell should have came out from day one and came on camera and was like, guys, we have some news. I just want to bring the news out before the news pretty much expose it. But one of our pastors at Straitway did some things that we don't condone over here. And they're doing an investigation. You're going to eventually hear this on the news. So I want to be the first to let you know this. But one of our pastors allegedly abused his son. And it's unfortunate. It's not something we condone at the ministries. He never did that. He never did that. So what does that say about him? That says that he condones it. In P. Diddy Dowell's mind, he had no problem with him beating the crap out of his son. Because to them, if you don't want to obey the cult leaders, then you got to get dealt with. Just simple as that. Let's go.
We believe we'll be able to talk to them later on this morning as this saga, this unusual saga that state police has been dealing with the Muir family, now appears to be over here in Logansport at this large property.
And again, salute to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel. I see a couple of people in the chat. Be sure to click that like button. Let's make those likes match the views. If we got 90 people in there, we need 90 likes. We need these videos to be pushed through the algorithm. It's very important that people hear this content. Let's go.
Eric.
Angela and Zach, I want to send it back to you.
Yeah,
Anything?
We have so many questions, and I know you've been looking in there and zooming in now. And if we can go back to that picture, because a lot of people have been asking. We got to talk a little bit about this earlier, about what life was like in that residence. People are saying, why are you calling it a compound? Why are you doing this? Well, if you can see as we zoom in, we know that there were multiple men and women that lived here, and we know that they lived on the land. You can see that they gardened, and I understand from just the people I've talked to and what we've been able to see on social media that they build those own places. I mean, they even talk about how they live.
Yeah, it's in, from what we've been able to garner, because there are YouTube videos on the page Straitway Truth Ministry. If you see the sign in there, it says Straitway, Indiana, Goshen. There is another one of those similar signs on the 1700 US Highway 24 sign, where police say is the Muir's technical address. That is connected to a religious group out of Tennessee that appears to have some different chapters or groups across the country. This is the one in Indiana. Of course, it appears to be led by Daniel Muir, former Colts defensive lineman, and the person at the center of this investigation.
Wow, wow, wow. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? When the news media put you out like this, you know you need to repent. You know you need to repent, man. There's a lot of evil going on over there at Straitway, fam. Think about this. Ever since they did Brother Rufus dirty, it's like their whole ministry started falling apart. Ladies and gentlemen of the court of public opinion, right? I need for you all to understand this. Not all of you, but some of you. Some of you out there, listen to me very careful. Some of you out there got what I call it. Meaning, you are a particular person that carry what is known as the blessing. You don't know it. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with how much Bible you know. You were just born with it. Now let me explain this. You know you got it. You know you were born with something. You just can't figure it out. But it seems like wherever you go, everything prospers. And the minute you leave, everything falls apart. You work for a particular company. Well, while you were there, everything was going good. Everything was prospering. Everybody was happy. But the minute you left, everything went down south. You lived in a particular neighborhood. Crime was down. Everything was at peace. Everybody was getting along. As soon as you decide to move, all hell breaks loose. All sorts of drama. As soon as you leave, problems start. Or here's a good one. You walk up into a store. The store is empty. But as soon as you walk in the store, yeah, let me get a such and such and such and a shake and such. All of a sudden, customers start coming in the store. How many of you experience these things? You walked into a store, it was empty. As soon as you walk in, all of a sudden customers start coming in. That's because you got it. It's that magnetism. You have the blessing on you. You don't know who you are spiritually, but you got it. So as soon as they got rid of Brother Rufus, the church started getting exposed because the blessing left. And it's always one or two people that carry the blessing that covers a multitude of sins. Meaning, you can have somebody that's blessed. You could be a person who's blessed, and when you're there, it covers everybody's mess. Nobody won't know nothing about it because while you're there, you're like their protection. But the minute you leave, that protection is gone. They on their own now. And that's what's going on right now with Straitway. They're being exposed. They're open naked to the world right now. They're on the center stage. When the mainstream media got your ministries plastered all over the airwaves, you in trouble. You are in trouble because they're going to do a deeper investigation to find out what's going on. Who are these folks and what are they doing?
Angela?
Yeah. And Eric, on the left side of the entrance, we can see the gate sort of swinging freely. The police have offered to reimburse the people there, so presumably that gate was not opened willingly. That presumably police may have broken through that. The car that's on the path there, can you even tell, does that seem to be a civilian vehicle or is that another police vehicle?
Zach, let me tell you about the gate first. I'm trying to get a better angle of it, and you are correct. We did hear, it was an IMPD SWAT vehicle was leaving. They came over the loudspeaker. We believe they thanked the people inside for their cooperation, said something about the gate and said you can contact Indiana State Police for reimbursement. As I'm looking at it right now, it appears to be a piece hanging off of it. There could be a few of the rails in the middle that are missing, it would appear.
So basically, they bust down the gate, y'all. They bust down the gate to get in. They said, hey, you can contact so-and-so to get reimbursement. We'll take care of that. But we coming inside. We coming inside, fam, and there's nothing y'all could do about it. Let's get back to the tapes.
That the SWAT officers came in pretty...
And do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor, fam. You got 794 people in the building. We need these videos to reach people. The way it works on YouTube is like this. When you click the like button, you're telling YouTube, hey, I really like this video. Something good is going on over here. Share this video with other people. That's pretty much what you're saying. So if we got almost 800 people in the building, we need you to click that like button so that the algorithm can push the video in so more people come over here and hear this truth. Appreciate it. Thanks.
This morning. When we were here a week ago, the first time at this property, we saw no open gates. And from our talking with neighbors, that is how those gates stay unless people are coming in and out of the property for services at this property. Religious services, we've been told, are held on the weekends. As far as that car, Zach, we're not quite sure. From my experience, I would say that it is probably a police vehicle, but there's no markings on it that I can tell that would suggest that it is a police vehicle, but it does kind of have that look to it.
Yeah, it looks like possibly a Toyota there.
Maybe a Toyota.
Yeah.
No, that's not a police vehicle. It says, I think it says Toyota on the back of it. Let me see. I'm not sure if it's Toyota. I'm not sure, but it looked like a work vehicle, probably something that they have like lumber and stuff inside. I don't know, but that's what it looked like.
Camera can zoom in quite a ways too.
Yeah, and Eric, you were mentioning that police came in kind of hot this morning. Again, part of this is not confirmed, so I'm not going to give the person's name, but we were also told that somebody perhaps on the property, when you come in hot at 6 a.m., there may have been somebody on the property that also got awakened pretty early and may have also talked to police this morning. Have you been able to confirm anything in regards to what you know I'm talking about?
We're working on that right now. We haven't been able to confirm it quite yet. We're hoping to talk to state police about that later on. But as you can imagine, the picture we've painted this morning, what we've been able to show you, this was a large operation involving a lot of state police, Logansport, IMPD, a lot of officers from a lot of different agencies that were armed heavily, and were prepared for the idea that there could be some sort of altercation, whether that be with guns or not when they came in. From what we've been able to tell so far, everyone appears to have made it out of here safely this morning on both sides.
Did you hear that piece? Notice they got the drones and everything out there. Did you hear what they said? They came in there heavy, you know what I mean? Because you never know what can happen when you're dealing with a cult. You understand? These guys are known for talking about they have military training. They go to a secret location in Goshen. Based on my research, there's a secret location somewhere in Goshen where they do military training with the members of the cult. So I'm not sure exactly the location. I don't know if it's at that same place there, being that they call that place Goshen. So that could be the grounds where they do this military training. So law enforcement was aware of this. The feds know about this because they watch YouTube. They watch all these videos. They watching me right now. They watching this platform right now. All of the law enforcement down there is subscribed to this channel. I can guarantee you. They watch my videos. They're taking notes. They're high-fiving each other. They're saying, wow, this is very, very useful for our investigation. You have to understand something. P. Diddy Dowell is the ringleader. So when you look at people like Daniel Muir, right, they learn this behavior from P. Diddy Dowell. This is where they learn this mindset, because these are very angry men. These men at Straitway, they're not good people. They're wicked. And this is a clear example of negligence on behalf of the pastor, because to know that you have Pastor Muir literally over a particular community and he's abusing children, at that point, the head pastor is supposed to come into the public and say, you know what? I'm going to do what I got to do within my power to make things right. Our heart goes out to Bryson. We are very disappointed about this, and we're going to deal with this issue. He didn't do that. Instead, he sided with his so-called pastor, Pastor Muir. And that speaks volumes to the evil that's going on at Straitway.
Of this confrontation, if you can call it that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, thank you. We saw the drone in the air there as well, too. Eric, thanks again for your reporting. We'll keep checking in with you throughout the morning. And again, the headline here, too, is that a 14-year-old boy is safe and taken out of what may have been danger, according to police.
Good morning, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We have some breaking news, a story that we've been following for a couple of weeks now. A young man believed to be in trouble, believed to be possibly abused, was found this morning in Indiana. You may have heard this story. This is Bryson Muir, 14 years old. You can see the picture on the left. That was given to us by his grandmother. You can see a couple of black eyes. His grandmother was concerned in Garfield Heights when he came to visit, was dropped off. The grandmother got into a confrontation with her daughter about the condition of Bryson, and that's when they took off.
Shout out to Grandma. Telling you, fam, if you got a grandma, bro, if you got a grandma, sis, go visit your grandma, fam. Go visit your grandma, man. Give your grandma a hug. Tell her that you love her, because it's our grandmothers that raised us, man. Maybe you weren't raised by your grandma, but to be honest, fam, most of us been raised by our grandma, man. She always been instrumental in the family, always protected the kids. Grandma always fed us, always clothed us, always showed us love, and they disciplined us when we were wrong. But see, if it wasn't for this grandmother here, this boy would have been abused again and again and again until he possibly may die. So it was the swift action of grandma. She ain't need no gun. She ain't need no AR-15. All she had to do is use her phone to take a picture. And she gave that to law enforcement, and the dominoes begin to roll where they roll. And this is how it's supposed to be. When you see something, you're supposed to say something. And in a lot of families, there's a lot of abuse just like this. A lot of abuse, and it goes unchecked. And there's a lot of abusers out here that never get caught because people don't say nothing. The grandma flipped on her daughter. Was like, why Bryson look like this? Look at his face. Look at the boy's face. Who did this? And she took action because the mother didn't even take action. That's sad, man. And these are church folk now.
She then called police, fearing for the safety of her grandson, Bryson, and it has started a 2-3 week search for the 14-year-old. And it came down to, obviously, he was potentially with his parents, but the question was, where was he this morning?
And shout out to the news media for covering the story heavy. Shout out to the news media. Shout out to the news media for putting this out there, because I don't really agree with the media at all times. But with this case here, y'all did the right thing, man. Y'all did the right thing. A lot of times we just hear nothing but bad news and a lot of crazy stuff. But this particular ministry needed to be put on blast so that the world can know what's going on, fam. Because this is crazy, bro. This is sick. This is absolutely ludicrous that a kid literally was being abused all this time. And if the grandma didn't say nothing, how many times have Bryson been beaten up like this? Y'all got to think about this, y'all. This is not the first time. This kid been beaten like this a lot. Probably getting punched in his face all the time by his father, bro. That's crazy, man. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes.
Indiana SWAT officials moved in on the father's home. That's Dowell Muir. He was a former football player for Kent State as well as the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, the news media have probably been watching my videos from when we were exposing Diddy Dowell a while back, because they keep their eyes on stuff like this. This is why when you are affiliated with religious organizations, you're going to be on a radar. You're going to be on a radar. And this is why, as a believer in the truth, right, you really got to know how to move. This is why the Bible says to be wise as a serpent. Wise as a serpent. You know what I mean? Not as a serpent, but wise. And harmless as a dove, which means nobody, when they see a dove, is thinking of danger. When you see a dove, you're not worried about, oh, I'm going to get bitten, I'm going to get killed. You're not thinking about nothing. You're not worried about, or you're not fearful. You don't sense no danger. So you got to be wise like the serpent. See, if you see a serpent, you're going to be concerned. If you see a serpent or a snake, you're going to jump. Whoa! You know, because it depends where you at. Some people don't jump when they see snakes. You know what I mean? If you lived in New York your whole life and you move out in the country somewhere and you see a snake, you're going to jump. You know what I mean? Because you ain't used to that type of stuff, you know? But my point is, you got to be wise as a serpent. Serpents know things. They know how to move. They're very subtle. They're very cunning. And they think before they make their next move, you know? And doves, they just chill and they don't talk and they don't say this, and they're not a threat to nobody. Combine both. That's how you got to be as a believer. But when you're like this so-called ministry that is out there talking all day on YouTube about how they're doing this, they're doing that, and now they're caught up in all of this mess, it's gonna put them on the radar. So now the government is gonna be watching them heavy now and do possibly an investigation to find out, are other children in these compounds being abused?
SWAT went in at 6 this morning. They found all three Not only Bryson, but they found his father, Daniel Muir, along with his mother, Kristen Muir. Bryson was taken into custody by the Indiana officials, turned over to their version of Child and Family Services. He is said to be okay. That is the good news. That they are reporting. The exact words from the Indiana State Police is that Bryson Muir, who appeared to be safe and well, was released to the care and custody of the Cass County Department of Child Services. His father, Daniel Muir, has now been charged. There has been a back and forth trying to find this child with no assistance from the parents. Over the past couple of weeks. Daniel Muir, his father, 40 years old, has been charged with 1 count of obstruction of justice. That's a level 6 felony in the state of Indiana, and 1 count of domestic battery. That is the Class A misdemeanor. What is the reason for that battery charge? Is that why Bryson Muir had black eyes? We'll have to wait for the courts to play that out. His mother, Kristen Muir, 38 years old, she has been charged with obstruction of justice. And I want to show you, they gave us the address of the home, and this is why this has been kind of an issue over the last couple of weeks. This wasn't a home in the middle of a neighborhood. You see, this is in Logansport. I want to make sure I get that correct. It is in Logansport, Indiana, and it's right here where this red dot is. This is not just a neighborhood where they could see a house and see if Bryson was there.
I'm telling you, man, when the news media expose you, man, they expose you. They expose the whole location. The whole location is out there. Now the world know. News media using the Google map, bro. Exposed the whole location. So now everybody know where they at now. Everybody know where they at. Now, how much you want to bet they end up moving, y'all? How much y'all want to bet? How much y'all want to bet that they end up moving? Just remember, I said it first. Just remember, I said it first. They may do some adjustment with Straitway Goshen and try to, I don't know, possibly relocate, move them elsewhere, or whatever the case is. That may end up happening. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Knock on the door. It's off the highway. It has a gate, I believe, down here in the front, and tough to get to the house or see anything. That's why SWAT had to move in this morning to find this teenager. They went in at 6 in the morning, a pretty common tactic. People probably asleep at that point. You get the element of surprise. This whole story is very convoluted.
Sleep at 6 a.m., fam? Nah, man, you're supposed to be outside watering the lawn at that point. I don't know about y'all, man. I be up, hey, 5:30, I'm watering the lawn. You know? Well, let's go.
But the good news is that, of course, Bryson Muir has been found, and what, according to the Indiana State Police, he appears to be safe and well, but he has now been released to the custody of the Cass County Department of Child Services.
And here's another thing I want to throw out there, people, for y'all to also understand. Yeah, we're talking about Bryson Muir, and it is what it is. I want to also put out there that although he's a teenager, he's 14, he's a big kid. He's not a little guy. He's a kid, yeah, 14, but he's a big kid. I believe he's already 6 foot something. Remember, his pops is 6 something, 6 foot whatever, probably 300 pounds. So the 14-year-old, I believe he's probably like 6'2" or 6'1". I'm not sure. I'm 6'1". So the son is probably taller than me. You know what I mean? He possibly is like 6'2", 100 and possibly 80 something pounds. I don't know. But that still doesn't justify the pops punching him in the face and beating him up like that. So he's 6'2". Yeah, he's 6'2". 6'2", 185. I weigh 209. I'm 6'1", 209. So his son is taller than me. 180 something pounds. So the pops probably was like, you know what? You want to talk crazy, you want to do this, and he beat him up, fighting him like a man. But it still don't justify it. He's still 14. It's just that he's a big kid. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. That's really crazy that this man was beating up his son as though he's fighting a grown man. And what's crazy about this is when his boy become a man, he gonna remember all those beatings. Trust and believe that, fam. You can't just beat your son up and think, oh, it's gonna stay like that. He gonna become a grown man one of these days. He gonna be a big guy. And he gonna execute that judgment. Don't be surprised now. I've seen stuff like that happen where you had a father that was beating up his son all the time. His son became a man and beat his ass too. It is what it is, man. He got his get back, man. Let's go.
Again, this all comes back to Garfield Heights, to Northeast Ohio a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to play a story from our Vic Gideon that sort of lays out where this all started, the concern for the young man's safety. And again, that all stems from a confrontation when the grandmother saw Bryson with those black eyes. Take a look.
This is missing 14-year-old Bryson Muir, last seen Sunday, June 16th in Garfield Heights.
911, what is your emergency?
I have my grandson who's badly abused by his parents. I mean, he's 14.
Okay.
He's being abused.
We really started looking at this as an endangered missing person.
His grandmother took a picture of Bryson with a black eye, and when Bryson's mother came to pick him up, she called 911 after she said there was a confrontation between her and her daughter, Bryson's mother. Kristen then took off in a white 2015 Chevy Suburban from the grandmother's Garfield Heights home. Minutes later, Garfield Heights police pulled over Kristen in that Suburban, but no Bryson.
In that period of time, Bryson wasn't to be found. We don't know where he went.
Bryson's father, Daniel Muir, played 7 seasons in the NFL as a defensive lineman, playing college football at Kent State University.
And he wasn't good at all. Let's go.
He now appears to be a pastor at a religious group called Straitway Truth Ministry. The Muir family lives in Logansport, Indiana on this property, but the Indiana State Police have been unable to talk to anyone at the home during their search for Bryson.
He's our primary concern. His well-being and his safety is of utmost importance.
We reached out to Indiana State Police to learn the latest on the case, and they are asking anyone with information to reach out to authorities.
Again, that was our Vic Gideon earlier this week. It's a story we've been following pretty closely. Anytime a grandmother produces a picture of a 14-year-old that appears to be pretty injured, black eyes to say the least. Again, here's that picture on the left-hand side. That's what caught the concern of the grandmother. That's what started this sort of run by the parents, at least the mother taking off, taking the grandson back to Logansport, Indiana.
Hold up, let me see. Somebody said, is it confirmed that Bryson is allegedly autistic? Is it confirmed? Because if it is confirmed, then the pops need to be in prison. There's no way around it. Is it confirmed that Bryson is autistic? Hold up. What? Confirmed? Yo. Rufus just said confirmed. Yo, wait a minute, man. Nah, bro. You mean to tell me this grown 6 foot, probably 6 dude, 300 pounds, beating up an autistic boy, bro? Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Rufus is in the chat. He just said confirmed. He just said it. His word carries weight. an autistic boy and you beating him up, you're done. And P. Diddy Dowell knows this and ain't saying nothing. Yo, it's over. It's over for y'all, bro. You know how many people out there got kids that are autistic and they got to deal with the issues? They got to deal with a lot of things. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all got to deal with a lot of issues y'all got to deal with. Could you picture yourself abusing an autistic child, bro? That's crazy. Like, what is going on in your brain? They already got issues. Why would you be taking your anger out on them like that, bro? If somebody's autistic, and there's different levels to autism. There's different levels. And that's not to say if you're autistic, like you can't do nothing. There's a very, very talented man on YouTube. You could check out his channel. I don't know if he still uploads videos. But there's this guy named, I believe his name is Ronald Jinkies. Ronald, I believe his name is Ronald Jinkies. He's a musician. He plays piano. He makes beats. He's a genius. And he's autistic. Very talented. Extremely gifted individual. You understand? So you can have autism. You can be autistic and still, maneuver and function in society. But my point is there's different levels. So for this grown man to be beating his son up like that, that's sick, bro. That is absolutely sick. That man is a monster, bro. A complete demon, man. Let me see if I can find this thing real quick. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see if I can find. I don't know if he still upload videos. Let me see if he still uploads. Let me see. Ronald. Is it Jinkies? I think it's Ronald Jinkies. Let me see if I can get his channel. Okay. Let me see if he still make music. Let me see. Videos. Oh, he still do his thing. Okay. I'm gonna put his channel there just so you could check him out. Right? I've been following his channel since, man, from back in the day, man. Cause he's been on YouTube since I started. He started on YouTube in 2006. So I knew about his channel from way back then when YouTube was small and whatnot. Nobody really cared about nobody. But this is his channel right here. He's autistic and he's a genius, a musical legend, musical genius. You know what I mean? So my point is, you can have autism and still function and do things in society. But there's some youth, there's some kids that they need a lot of help. They need a lot of assistance and a lot of things, a lot of resources. So for this father who's supposed to be protecting his son and caring for his people to abuse him, I didn't even know this. Yo, this is news to me. This is brand new. And being that Rufus just said confirmed, I know it's real. I know it's real. At first, I thought somebody in the chat was just saying something. Maybe there was some previous comments before that I didn't see, but I didn't know. I did not know that, man. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. If the video is glitching or whatever the case is, that's probably the internet, man. I have to see if I can upgrade the internet to another service provider because I never had this type of issue when I was in New York. I don't know. It's like it comes and goes. I don't know, but we still good. Put a 1 in the chat if everything is good on both channels. Again, we're streaming on the Ringo TV Raw channel right here and the Ringo TV Reactions channel over here. That way we know everything is good. If you're in the building, you enjoy the streams, you enjoy the work, please hit the like button, fam. It's very important to get these videos through the algorithm, right? Okay, I see some ones. All right, let's get back to the tapes.
And then the question has been over the past couple of weeks, where was Bryson? Again, there was a raid at the family home in Logansport. He was found this morning, just about 6 o'clock now. Both the mother and father have been charged, both with obstruction of justice, but the father, Daniel Muir, now charged with domestic battery. And again, we're not exactly sure.
Why the news media, listen, why the news media, maybe the news media don't know. Or maybe they do know now and they probably released it and I just didn't see the news update. Maybe there's a news update about it, but I'm trying to figure out why the news media didn't say the boy he's autistic. Maybe they might bring that out. Maybe they did, and I haven't seen the video yet because they're still updating us as we go. I just kind of sit back, watch everything, see what's going on, and then I release my videos. You know what I mean? That way I got all the information. But this is crazy, man. This is crazy, yo. Listen, all of this mess happened after they got rid of Rufus. After they got rid of Pastor Rufus from the ministry and kicked him out the assembly because they didn't like what he had to say, it's like the Most High sent judgment on Straitway, fam. Major judgment. It's been this thing after this thing after this thing. Now it's child abuse now going on over there, bro. And now we just got word, if you're now joining in on the stream, maybe you stepped out the room to get something to eat or whatever the case is. It has just been confirmed in the chat that Bryson Muir is an autistic young man and he was abused by his father, an ex-NFL player. I don't know what position he played, you know what I mean? But he's a big guy. And for him to be abusing a 14-year-old autistic child is sick. He's the worst of the worst. He's a scumbag. How could any man respect a man that would beat a 14-year-old up? And you're a big dude and you beating up on a 14-year-old? What did he say to you to do that? What did he do to you that was so bad that it warrant beating him to a pulp like that? What if he would have killed the kid? Listen, y'all don't understand, man. This is why fighting people can ruin your life. Especially if you're a dude and you got a temper. If you one of them type of dudes that you stay out of the way, you don't bother nobody, but then every now and then you might have somebody try you, and you say to yourself, fam, I don't want to get into no fights. It's not that I'm scared. I'm just concerned what I'm going to do to you. I'm concerned what I'm going to do to you. That's why I don't want no problems. But bro, I don't want no problems, fam. Yo, just fall back, bro. I don't want no problems. Like, just go away, bro. It's not that you scared. You know what you're going to do. You don't want to go to the prison. You don't want to go there. You could be fighting somebody, punch them in their face a certain way, and they die, bro. You got to be careful. You could be fighting somebody and you punch them in their by the side of their head in a certain way. You kill them, bro. They dead on the floor. They dead, bro. What are you going to do? Damn, I just got a temper. Man, now you're going to do 20 years. Now you're doing 20 years. That's why I don't, listen, that's why I stay out of the way, bro. Because I know how I am. I know how I am, bro. I know how I am, bro. You got to know yourself. You got to know yourself to the point where you take yourself out of a crazy environment and put yourself somewhere else because you already know what you'll do. So to protect yourself, you got to remove yourself from danger. How come the father didn't put that into practice? What could a 14-year-old say to a grown-ass man that would make him beat his son up like that? And he's autistic. What is P. Diddy Dowell going to do about this situation? Go live and start to do more damage control rather than taking accountability? Your ministries is done, bro. It's finished. You know? It is completely finished, bro. The judgment of the Most High is upon Straitway, bro. It is what it is. There's no way around it, man. Just close the chapter on this one. It's over. Y'all abuse children over there, fam. Once you violate the kids, there's no coming back, bro. There's no coming back from you violating kids, man. I don't want to hear your sermons about what the Bible say when you got pastors over there violating kids. Let me tell you something. At Brother Rufus, the best thing that happened was P. Diddy Dowell kicking you out of the assembly. That was a blessing from the Most High, fam. That was a blessing. That was a blessing. That was a blessing. It might have been bad, it might have been rough, but that was a blessing. Him kicking you out and trying to make a mockery of you and your family, even though it was bad on his end, the Most High didn't want you there no more. Because if you would have still been there, man, your name would have been all in this mess. Your name is cleared right now. Your name is clean. This ain't about, your name. Even if you were once there, your name is clean. Your name is clear. You're not in this type of mess. This is about P. Diddy Dowell. He knew what was going on. He knew that Pastor Muir was abusing this boy. You can't tell me as a head pastor that Muir didn't call him. Daniel didn't call P. Diddy Dowell and says, Pastor Dowell, I got a problem. What's the problem? Yeah, I did some things. I hit my boy. He's bruised up. I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know what to do. What you hit who? My son. I beat him up. He had black eye, swollen face. Okay, calm down. Wait. Where y'all at right now? Well, we just left in the SUV. We just left. You're gonna need to switch that car. You're gonna need to switch that car now. The grandmother know about this? Yeah. She gonna call the cops. Switch up the car. Put him in another car. We don't need law enforcement seeing him looking like that now. Trust and believe that, fam. That man called his pastor. That man called his pastor to get counsel. He called his pastor and was like, what do I need to do? I'm in trouble. And he told him what to do. He said, don't let the police see that boy swole up like that. Let a few days go by so the swelling could go down. Apply some ice, you know what I'm saying? So that it can do what it need to do. We don't need law enforcement seeing him like that. We don't need that now. If they see that boy swole up, they're gonna take you out. And in most cases, the cops are gonna get upset because they're gonna be like, hold up, you beating up a 14-year-old? They're gonna manhandle you, bro. A lot of times y'all don't understand when law enforcement manhandles certain dudes that do stuff like that, they deserve that, bro. Let's say the law enforcement coming in because they got to take down a man that violated a young girl. Oh, once they get a hold of you, they gonna beat you up, bro. Before they put you in the cuffs, they gonna beat your ass, man. And you deserve more. Let's get back to the tapes.
If that is an indication that he is the one responsible for the injuries to Bryson, that'll have to play out in court. We'll wait for maybe some more filings. Perhaps some more information will come out.
So you have a felon that's in the church now. You have a felon. The boy said his dad did this to him. So now when they go to court, this is going to get messy. And listen, I hope for the boy that he is in the right company with the right people. that will make him feel comfortable in speaking his truth. Because I believe that this is not the first time. This is not the first time that they did this to this boy. It's not. They thought grandma was going to go with it. Grandma said no. That's why I say you got to love your grandmother. All grandmothers have always kept it a buck. They always been official. All of y'all that was raised by y'all grandmother, y'all know what I'm talking about. She ain't play no games. Grandma didn't play games. Everybody knew to respect grandma. But she protected the kids. When it was time to discipline you, oh yeah, you were disciplined. But everything was love with grandma. She knew when injustice was there, she gonna deal with it. So this particular grandma proved that God, the Most High, was looking over Bryson, bruh. He was watching over him. He knew enough is enough. The abuse gotta stop. The abuse gotta stop. You've been abusing this boy too long. It gots to stop now. Enough is enough.
Good news, according to the Indiana State Police, Bryson has been found alive and well and has been taken into custody for authorities there. Just wanted to update you on this story as it
Yes, that's right. At Pink Blue on the Ringo TV Raw chat, she said, well, I don't know if it's a she or not. It's just Pink Blue. The person said, let me see. Where's the comment? Yeah, he been hitting that child since, he been hitting that child, just never got caught. That's true. Definitely. I believe that 100%. He just never got caught. And being that the boy he's autistic, there's a possibility, man. I don't know the severity of autism. I don't know the severity of it, but it could be one of them situations where he's easy to coerce. Like you could you could talk him into, this is good for you. Cause that's what the boy said. The boy said that his father said he deserves this and this is something good. That's what he said. He told his son, this is good for you. So he may have put fear in him. Don't tell nobody or I'm gonna do it again. Don't tell nobody or we're not gonna give you no food. Don't tell nobody. Cause remember, wherever they live, they gotta drive out to go wherever they need. So the boy is pretty much probably locked away in a closet somewhere. Unable to live. Man, they're gonna really question him, and there's gonna be more that's gonna be revealed. It's gonna all come out, guys. Trust and believe that.
Has been a little bit bizarre, a little bit convoluted, and of course the question of where was Bryson Muir has now been answered. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital properties. Otherwise, you can catch our morning news is still ongoing, CW 43, and then again on Cleveland 19 in just a bit. Until then, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.
Let me see.
Government or well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dowell here. Well, I'm sure that probably some people may know it by now. So the government, or let's say Indiana, decided to actually raid Straitway Goshen this morning. They came in with MRAPs, Bearcats, battering rams, riot gear, SWAT teams, air support, the whole 9 yards. Wow, the Israelites were in prayer this morning. And you got all these people out here.
Why are you talking crap for about the Israelites were in prayer? Are y'all listening to what this dude said? That they were raided while the Israelites was in prayer. Nobody was in no damn prayer. Y'all were in hiding. Prayer? Trying to make it seem like everybody's all godly. Like everybody just praying all day. When y'all out here abusing kids. Abusing children. So y'all were praying at 6 a.m. Y'all were not praying. Y'all praying on children. That's what you praying on. This man stayed doing damage control, man. Stay doing damage control. You would think that this man would come out and say, look, guys, we're wrong. We're looking bad. We're going to go into a hiatus and clean this mess up. We're going to really do what we need to do. He's still doing damage control on social media, guys. Still blaming all of us for talking about the situation. This is crazy, man. Let me see. Rufus said, it's over. It's over for Straitway. With Muir admitting he beat his son. Now they will be fully investigated. All of Straitway now. Yeah, it's going to open up a can of worms. It's going to open up a can of worms. And like I said, Diddy Dowell from the beginning was supposed to come out, give a public statement and say, look, guys, on behalf of Straitway, we would like to speak on this matter publicly. One of our pastors have been accused of an alleged abuse on a child. And we at Straitway don't condone this. At the same time, this situation is very serious. There is proof. This is not just an allegation. The boy have definitely been abused. And we take full responsibility for the leadership that we have over here at Straitway. And this particular pastor is effective immediately no longer in service. I'm going to let the courts do what they got to do. But as the head pastor, I just want to apologize to the public for the way this looks. He didn't do this. This is what I would have been expecting. I mean, that's the godly thing to do, biblically. How come he didn't do that? I don't know. I don't know why he didn't do that, y'all. Let's get back to the tapes.
See, I can only talk about the things that are taking place. Now, mind you, all this is over an allegation by the department. Somebody an allegation to the Department of Child Services. Nobody really truly knows everything that's going on. So kind of like the way that the law enforcement and all of them say we're not at liberty to speak on certain things because we're just simply not there. I can only tell you what's going on. I'm only reporting because I know a lot of true Israelites are concerned with what's going on. So apparently they got Pastor Muir and Sister Muir and Bryson. Everybody asking, where's Bryson? Jesus, I tell you, like people are really truly concerned. It just lets you know how far a false allegation can go. But the blowback from a false allegation probably ain't going to be too good, especially when you have the backing of the ministry behind you. Because see, right now, all this seems to be at the forefront, and everybody seems to be pointing fingers and laughing and jeering and all those stuff. But you better believe the Straitway is not going to be taking any of this lying down. We coming. You better believe we coming.
Are you hearing the arrogance? Are y'all listening to this guy? Does this sound like a man who repents? Does this sound like a man who understands that they already got caught? He said, we're not going to take this lying down. We coming. What? This doesn't make any sense. Where's that sound effect when I need it? I know a couple of people sent me that sound effect that I was looking for. I never got to put it on my soundboard. The Russell Westbrook, I think his name is, Westbrook sound effect, where he's like, what are you saying? What? You know, I got to put that on the soundboard. This is crazy, man. This is the arrogance of this particular cult leader. This is how arrogant he really is. He's showing his colors, y'all.
We coming and we're going to see how funny everything is when the smoke all clears. And when you really truly find out that they made a mountain out of a molehill. Y'all see the reason why Pastor Dowell teaches y'all the way that I teach y'all for protection of your own self, because when it's somebody else, it's all fine and good. But when someone makes a false allegation, then it comes to your house, it ain't funny no more, is it? It ain't funny anymore then. Then you want all the support of the general public and everybody else. But anyway, we're just going to wait and see how things play out. You know, people get excited and stuff, but still just wait and see how things going to play out. I can tell you one thing, personally myself, I don't trust law enforcement. I've had many runs in with law enforcement. I definitely don't trust news media in any way, shape, fashion, or form, because I've had a lot of bad experiences with them over the years. And the one thing that I never, ever get from any of them is an apology, an open apology. Just like they come out openly come out guns blazing with accusations and stuff. They never, ever apologize for all the pain and suffering, for all the false allegations, for the lying reports, for the twisting and warping and distorting of facts. They never do that.
Are y'all listening to all the madness this guy is saying, fam? This is crazy.
Russ, did you guys lose this game or did the Jazz win this one?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is crazy, y'all. This is absolutely crazy. This man is literally making it seem like nobody did nothing wrong and they're innocent. Some people just can't admit when they wrong, bro. And he's one. And again, guys, this guy on the screen is the head pastor of Straitway to Hell Ministries. This is how he conducts himself when one of his pastors is a child abuser. He's not even speaking on the issue. Instead, he's just being defiant in his stance and his loyalty to his soldiers. They're going to all fall.
Anyway, just to be expected. Just to be expected. That's just the way it is, but hey, it is what it is. So, glory to the King. Y'all have a blessed day.
And on top of that, he says, glory to the King. What a hypocrite, man. And this is why a lot of people don't take religious people serious. Like when people talk about the Bible, this and God and stuff like that. This is why a lot of people, they don't even want to have nothing to do with this, man. Because of stuff like this. When you see stuff like this, it just makes you not want to listen to people that follow God. And it's sad because you have a lot of people that follow the Most High and they're real, they're serious. But when you see stuff like this, it's annoying, man. Because like, Dad, could somebody please follow what the Bible say finally? Like your man was already done caught abusing kids, man. The last thing you want to do is do this dumb stuff on camera. And now you're giving people like me what I need to do my job. This is so easy for me. And the people going to see these videos and they're going to be like, dag, man, yo, Ringo, you've been exposing this man for a minute. And now look what's going on at his ministries now. You got child abusers in the ministry and he protecting them? That's crazy.
Be blessed, and don't worry about, hey, we're going to be here on Hold Fast Wednesday tonight. Myself and Pastor Corey will be here tonight. Y'all be encouraged. The King is coming. Well, I can tell you one thing, that the news media is adding jelly and spin and stuff, because I just got finished hearing from the Israelites up there at Straitway Goshen again. They said that they have Elder Robin in custody, but that's not true. That's not true.
Now he's saying it's not true. So the news media just made it all up. That's what you're saying. You want us to believe that the news media made up that they have them in custody. Now all of a sudden you're saying they're not in custody. And we're going to believe you. No, we're not believing you, man. You making stuff up.
Again, they came up there during morning prayer. And mind you, this is over an allegation. All this is over an allegation.
Notice what he just said. This is over an allegation. So you mean to tell me as a grown man, as a pastor, you don't see that a kid was abused? You don't see that a kid was beaten up? You calling that an allegation? You literally are calling that an allegation. You are literally lying on camera. You know that man beat up his son. And you calling it an allegation? It's no longer an allegation, man. He abused his son. Man, yo, you're done. Your own words is destroying you. Because right now, Pastor Muir is singing to the feds right now. They got him in the interrogation room. They talking to him. They're like, yo, you hit your kid? Yeah, I hit him. Yeah, I punched him. Yeah, I did this. Well, what's this gonna do to you now, P. Diddy Dowell? What allegations? He did it. What allegations? You looking crazy out here, fam.
And this is crazy. So they came up there with M-Rams, bear cap, during morning prayer, batting rams, kind of like almost remind you of what's that, Waco? Just about it almost, doesn't it? Almost kind of remind you of Waco, with exception it's a little bit different this time right here. So anyway, they come out there with ride gear, SWAT team, air support, and they put some of the brothers in cuffs and stuff like that. They say for their protection. I wonder who's going to protect us from them. But anyway, that's what they said. And so when you get it all out there, Pastor Muir is in custody, Sister Kristen is in custody, and Bryce is in custody. So if they're telling y'all out there that they got everybody in custody, like the news media does, putting a spin on it, they are falsifying information. They are flat out lying. So
no, you're lying. You're the one who's lying, man. Like, you're a disgusting person, fam. I'm just keeping it a bean, man. Like, you out here literally playing with people when you got criminals in the church. You got men out here. You got men out here abusing children, and you cool with that. It's confirmed that your so-called Pastor Muir abused his son. And you cool with that. It's okay with you, right? I'm telling you, man. It's like the devil is in these people, bro. It's like the devil is using these cults to destroy lives and children. And not just any child, an autistic child. I didn't know that. I like I said, I saw somebody in the chat mention autistic. I'm like, whoa. And it's confirmed. Bryson Muir is an autistic 14-year-old, and he was beaten to a pulp by his father. That's right. And this pastor is cool with it. He have not denounced it. He have not come out and, condemned the actions of Pastor Muir. He said he stands with him 100%. Even if he's wrong, he stands with that pastor. That's why we brought out the tapes, so that it can be brought forth to the court of public opinion, so that you can deliberate on how you feel about the situation. I just present the data to you, so that when you come back into the court, you can execute judgment. Whether he's innocent or guilty, it's on you, the viewer. I'm just doing my job. My job is to make the content, make sense of what's going on, use my talents, my expertise to bring awareness to the situation. That's all I'm gonna do, right? It's up to you, the people, to look at this situation and say, you know what? Enough is enough. This man is guilty. He definitely is guilty. As a pastor, he needs to step down from ministry as well. Not just Pastor Muir, but P. Diddy Dowell need to close up Straitway, effective immediately.
Wait, I'm only reporting this right now as it's taking place just for the Israelites, not for nobody else, just for the Israelites. I could care less what the world says.
If you're doing it just for the Israelites, why didn't you just put it on your Patreon like you did before? Before you said you got the truth on your Patreon. So if this is just for the Israelites, why even come on YouTube? Just talk to the Israelites at your location. That just goes to show again how prideful and arrogant this pastor is. He don't care about the people, bro. He said, I'm not doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for the Israelites. I don't care how anybody see us. That's crazy. So he don't even care that a boy got abused. He don't care. This is what I'm trying to show y'all. This particular pastor do not care that one of his own pastors abused an autistic 14-year-old boy. He don't care, ladies and gentlemen. This is sick.
Just for the Israelites. Y'all stay tuned. Looking forward to seeing y'all tonight on Hold Fast Wednesdays with myself and Pastor Corey tonight.
You should hold fast your tongue. You talking about we'll see you tonight on Hold Fast Wednesdays. You should hold fast your tongue because you're digging yourself deeper and deeper in debt. Nobody's gonna believe you, bro. Your credibility is over, man. Listen, if any of you folks are still following P. Diddy Dowell and the Straitway Cult Ministries after this situation, you're under strong delusion. You're reprobate. There's no way around it. You got to be a reprobate. There's no way that you have any sense if you're still following this particular ministries.
6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Glory to the King. King is coming.
We do have reports that Bryson is safe and well, and Daniel and Kristen Muir have been incarcerated at the Cass County Jail.
Incarcerated. Now, P. Diddy Dowell said that's not true. P. Diddy Dowell said that didn't happen. But this gentleman says something totally different. The deputy is like, they incarcerated. Let's rewind that back.
Standard Time. Glory to the King. King is coming.
We do have reports that Bryson is safe and well, and Daniel and Kristen Muir have been incarcerated at the Cass County Jail.
As far as charges for the parents, what can you tell us about that?
Daniel Muir is facing charges of a level 6 felony of obstruction of justice, as well as a Class A misdemeanor for domestic battery. The mother, Kristen Muir, is facing just 1 count of level 6 felony, obstruction of justice.
They should give the mother the same thing like the father. Same thing. Same thing. We got to stop being light on the ladies, fam. She's with him. She's with him. She knows about the abuse. Give her the same thing now. Come on now. We got it. Listen, if we put it like this, if you went up in a bank, you robbed the bank at gunpoint, I'm the getaway driver, I'm in the car. I get the same just like you. She's the getaway driver in the whole situation. She was in the car. Come on now. Give her the same judgment, man. Don't be light on her because she a woman. Equal rights, remember that.
Said 6 a.m. How large of an operation was this morning? And what we believe, it would at least on our side believe to be a very large property there in Logansport.
Yeah, so with anything of this nature, we have to be well prepared going into the unknown, but ultimately everything went well and everybody's safe, including Bryson.
I know this has been a long investigation for you guys, stretching almost 2 weeks now, with a lot of uncertainty in terms of a failed meeting last Friday the parents backed out of. What's it like for you all personally when you can get to the end of this and find a child who there have been so many questions about safe?
Yeah, so this is obviously was our primary goal, to find Bryson and to find him safe and well. Just screams volumes. We're really excited to find him and make sure that he's okay. He was released to the Department of Child Services in Cass County. Yeah. I
know you said you were prepared for whatever, but overall a peaceful operation this morning?
Yes. Just shortly after 6 o'clock, once the execution of that search warrant took place, we immediately came into contact with the parents and Bryson.
2 Indiana parents are now facing charges for their missing teenager who has thankfully been found safe by police. Indiana State Police searched a religious compound in Logansport this morning and found Bryson Muir. Police issued a silver alert for the 14-year-old over the weekend. He was last seen on June 16th in Ohio with his mother. They were visiting his grandmother, who told officers Bryson had a black eye and may have been abused by his parents. In Logansport this morning and found Bryson Muir. Police issued a silver alert for the 14-year-old over the weekend. He was last seen on June 16th in Ohio with his mother.
See, his mother. See, we can't let her off the hook. The mother's wicked too, y'all. She's a demon. That's right. That woman is a demon, y'all. She's wicked. You mean to tell me, woman, you have an autistic son and you are aiding and abetting a situation where a man is beating this child, and you knew the whole time? Brung her by the house. Your mom noticed the beating, quickly took action. You jumped in the vehicle to flee. And then you switched up vehicles, put Bryson in another vehicle, and you fled the scene. You're evil and you're wicked. I don't know why they're giving you a pass. You don't deserve no pass. Just because you're a woman, I don't mean nothing. You deserve the same judgment. You don't love that boy. You don't care about his safety. And you most likely been brainwashed by the cult. You're grown. So even if you've been coerced by your man, it doesn't mean nothing. You still wicked too. You know? You're supposed to be protecting this boy. You're supposed to be showing him love. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And instead, you're making this grizzly bear of a man beat this boy up like this. Swell him up. For what? Because he ain't want to put on some fringes? He ain't want to do some chores? Man. That's crazy, man. And the head pastor's protecting Yah? That's bad, man.
They were visiting his grandmother, who told officers Bryson had a black eye and may have been abused by his parents. He is the son of Daniel Muir, who is a former NFL player. Muir's parents are both charged with felonies.
New at noon, missing Logansport teenager Bryson Muir is safe. Indiana State Police found him this morning after a SWAT team raided his parents' compound on US 24. Bryson was, quote, safe and well, but still had this black eye pictured in ISP's silver alert. The 14-year-old is now in the custody of the Cass County Department of Child Services. Troopers also arrested his parents, Daniel and Kristen Muir. They face felony charges of obstruction of justice. Daniel is also charged with a misdemeanor count of domestic battery. Bryson went missing June 16th after his grandmother in Ohio called police to report possible domestic violence. Sergeant Stephen Glass explains why ISP waited more than 2 weeks to raid the Logansport compound.
With these types of investigations, they take a lot of time. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people to talk to. There's a lot of questions that we need answers to put it all together. And ultimately, we want to make sure we do it right.
Glass says Daniel and Kristen Muir remain uncooperative. Daniel is a former Colts defensive back with ties to an extreme religious group called Straitway. Some consider it to be a cult. Glass didn't share what troopers found while
it is a cult. It's definitely a cult. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a cult, and it needs to be investigated. Like, law enforcement need to get involved, because if you really think about it, if this is supposed to be a church that is about God, about saving lives, how come nobody didn't save the life of this child? This child was beaten. Nobody was there to help him. He needed medical assistance. I'm pretty sure the church, they didn't take him to the doctor. They most likely did everything in-house to try to ease the swelling, the bruising. They probably was doing everything in their power to try to make it go away. They need to be investigated. I don't know who got that kind of power, but when you have ministries like this that masquerade themselves as godly, set apart people, and children, the innocent, is being abused like this, it just speaks volumes of how many other children have been and are currently being abused right now. And we just don't know. We can't hear the cries. You got to think about it now. If Bryson's grandmother did not contact law enforcement, we would not know about this. Straitway would continue business as usual, and we would never know. So you got to think logically and consider how many more children right now are locked in a closet, being abused, beaten, punished in very severe ways, possibly starved. There could be sexual abuse, allegedly. And these things go under the radar because nobody really knows. Nobody reported it. Serious business, y'all. Just imagine if nobody reported this case. Bryson would have been beaten even more. Because this is not the first time. It's not the first time. You don't beat up your son like that. It's almost like his father hates his son, bro. I think the father hates his son. I don't think he loves his son. I think he hates his son. I really believe that he hated his son because we all thought that he possibly unalived him, because that's what we initially thought when he was missing. Because that stuff happens with a lot of these cults. They'll unalive somebody and then bury them at the compound, and nobody would never know because they do all of this construction. They're doing all of this masonry work. It's very easy to dig a ditch and fill it with cement and build a house on it. Nobody would never know. So for all we know, stuff like this probably already happened. People probably died over there and were buried alive. It's going to take somebody with power to pretty much do the investigations. I mean, all I can do is do content. All you investigators out there, all you people in high positions in life, only you guys can pretty much take the action. You know, you watch my content, you could learn about what's going on and use it for the investigations. But this particular pastor, P. Diddy Dowell, we call him P. Diddy Dowell because of the allegations and well, not even allegations. It's confirmed that P. Diddy is guilty of a lot of different things. So being that he's guilty of those things, we associate P. Diddy with Dowell, the pastor Dowell, the head guy at Straitway to Hell Ministries, we give him that nickname because he gotten away with so much evil over the years, you know? So again, my concern is the kids. You have to think about this area. This is a rural area. You need a vehicle to travel in and out. And again, if you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, you can see the footage only on the reactions channel, right? So if you're listening to me, that's cool if you just want to hear my voice. But if you want to see the things that I'm showing, you would have to tune in also to the Ringo TV reactions channel because we're streaming on 2 channels at the same time. So now, when you look at the area, right, you need a vehicle to come in and out. It ain't like in New York. When I was in New York, you know, I lived in New York all my life, you know what I mean? So I know how the city life is. You know, now that I'm in North Carolina, it's a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a vehicle. The corner store ain't right there. You know, you got to move out to go get whatever you got to get. So now, when you look at this area, the child can't go nowhere. So you got to think about how many children, how many women are living in captivity in a compound where they're unable to move, unable to get help because they're in the middle of nowhere in most cases. So we need to think about that when doing investigations. We got to think about that now. If grandma would have never reported the situation, none of us would know. There would be no videos. There would be nothing. So how many more children are being abused right now? How many more cries haven't been heard? How many young girls may have allegedly been touched by a pastor, a deacon, some elder in the church? And she was told not to say nothing because it'll hurt the ministry. You got to consider all of this. We don't have no facts that anybody been touched. My point is, if this young boy been beaten like this and the grandma brought that info out, how many more children at all of these different Straitway locations have secrets of abuse that been buried underground? Something for y'all to think about, fam. Let's go.
Searching the property, which is reportedly owned by an organization called the Servant Leaders Foundation. News 18 requested court documents related to their charges. The Cass County Clerk's Office says the cases are sealed.
I think that's about it. Let me see. Yep, that's about it. So, hey, we're going to pretty much give our final thoughts on the situation because this is just the beginning. We ain't even get to the nitty gritty yet, man, because there's more that's coming out. There's more that's coming out. P. Diddy Dowell protecting this particular abuser. I got to correct the thumbnail. I put 2004 is the year of exposure, I guess. But y'all know what I meant. 2024. But yeah, Daniel, you're an abuser. You are a very, very wicked man. You're a scumbag. Nobody respects you, man. It's like you beating up children. Can't respect that, bro. And he's autistic, everybody. If you're viewing right now, Bryson Muir, the young 14-year-old, is autistic. And his father was beating the crap out of him. Think about that. You're autistic and your father's beating you to a pulp? Does that make sense? That's sad, man. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get up on out of here. I got to take care of some business. Do a couple of things. I got to put something on the grill. I thought you don't celebrate 4th of July. I don't celebrate no 4th of July. But I'm still putting something on the grill. Still putting something on the grill. You know, in New York, you would say, yo, I'm on barbecue, you know what I mean? But in North Carolina, they already done corrected me at Walmart. I told the lady at the register, I was like, yeah, man, let me get all these steaks right here, this chicken. I'm gonna have a barbecue tomorrow. She was like, barbecue? Where you from? You're not from out here. I was like, I just moved here. I'm from New York. She was like, New York? She was like, no, we don't say barbecue out here. We don't say that. I was like, well, what do you say? She said, you gotta put something on the grill. That's how she said it, you know, with the country accent in it. You know, you can't say it like a New Yorker, because then they're gonna know you're not from out here. So you gotta talk in a certain way, because I'm kind of listening to how people talk. They all have that accent out here, you know? So I'm gonna go put something on the grill. But I'm gonna try to do my grilling in the morning early, because I noticed everybody out here mowing their lawn, getting everything all fancy and nice. Cause they're gonna probably be, everybody gonna be grilling out here. So I don't wanna be outside with everybody outside. You know what I mean? I just wanna just do what I gotta do and get back in. I noticed my accent is changing up a little bit. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm trying to figure this out, man. For real, man. Let me see. It's crazy, man. I was in the, whatchamacallit this morning. I went to Home Depot at 6 a.m. I actually got there around 5:30 before it opened up. And I went inside and I was like, I walked by the register, they had two ladies there. They were like, how you doing? It's like, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, you know what I mean? They were like, where you from? I was like, well, I'm originally from New York, you know what I mean? That's how I'm talking to them. I'm like, nah, I mean. I was like, I'm originally from New York, you know what I mean? I'm just, you know, doing my thing, chilling. I was like, I actually just moved to North Carolina, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, a month or two back, you know, everything's cool. They were like, well, it's kind of boring down here. I was like, what do you mean by boring? What does boring mean? Because to me, it's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? If this is boring, then I like boring. I like it. If this is boring, I like it. See, what I noticed is that people, they say it's boring because there's no real action in terms of like how New York, there's always something to do. And to me, New York is boring. To me, New York was boring and noisy and just, it's too hectic and crazy and fast, you know, to me. That's why I came here, you know? But anyway, I'm gonna put something on the grill. I'm gonna go season up these steaks over here and this chicken. I'm gonna go season up these T-bone steaks. That's right, I'm gonna put something on the grill. You know how we do out here. I was talking to my grandpa. We gonna have supper. Yo, I was talking to a cop, right? Where I was. I think I was riding the scooter, right? And I pulled up at the light, and cop rolled down the window. He was like, hey there, young fella. How fast that thing there goes? I said, it? He was like, yeah. I was like, the speed limit. Never tell a cop how fast it goes. No, tell him the speed limit. That's the answer you always use, guys. Anytime, if you on a motorbike, if it's not street legal or whatever the case is, and a cop pull you over, howdy, how fast does that thing there go? The speed limit. That's it. End of discussion after that, fam. You know? End of discussion. The cop was just gonna roll up his window and head on down the road, because that's it. Once you say the speed limit, what that says is I'm following the laws. That's all I'm doing. I ain't gonna incriminate myself, because remember now, you're law enforcement. Anything I say can and will be used against me in the court of law. So I'm gonna stay quiet. It goes to speed limit, officer. The speed limit. So anyway, we're gonna get up on out of here. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Salute to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel. If you're watching the videos, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. If you got any more videos pertaining to this, you can send them to my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw. Just like the channel name, Ringo TV Raw. On Instagram, it's Ringo TV Raw. Same thing, right? So if you have any videos about this situation that you don't think I reviewed yet, that might be useful, send that, DM me that particular video. As more updates come in, we will keep you posted and do our best to provide the best commentary to talk about these situations. I'm still wondering if P. Diddy Dowell gonna repent and take accountability for this, and I guess remove Pastor Muir from the church. Because remember, he removed Pastor Rufus because he disagreed with him. Pastor Rufus was not accused of any of these things. Just some words that he didn't like, and P. Diddy Dowell kicked him out the assembly and then tried to embarrass him publicly and did a lot of evil. So now we have Pastor Muir that clearly is an abuser of children. Children! Beating them, bruising them. And Dowell is protecting that pastor. Come on now. What woman want to be around a man like that? That's abusing children, giving them black eyes and beating them up. You know? On the Ringo TV Raw channel, I know a lot of y'all probably coming in the building from the YouTube Shorts algorithm, right? If you found this channel through the YouTube Shorts algorithm, put a 1 in the chat. If you came here because you just saw a video in the Shorts feed and you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Who is this guy? Let me listen to this mess. Okay, this sounds kind of cool. All right. You know, because when you do vertical streams, it's seen in the YouTube Shorts algorithm, right? So if you came here via the YouTube Shorts algorithm, I appreciate you stopping by and considering the channel. If you like the work that I'm doing over here, consider subscribing to the channel and give us a thumbs up. That would help. I believe when you're in the vertical, there's a certain way to click the like button. I forgot exactly how you do it. I think there's like 3 dots, I believe, in like the corner or something. Let me see if I can do it here, because a lot of times people don't know how to click the like button, right? So let me see if I could find this for you. Maybe I can help you out, right? So let me go find my video in the Shorts feed, right? And I could probably show you how to click the like button, right? Okay. Oh snap, I didn't change the thumbnail? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Did I change the... I'm trying to see if I put the correct thumbnail on the Ringo TV Raw channel. I don't know if I did. I don't even see my channel. Where the hell my channel is? This is crazy. That just proves that YouTube be hiding my channel, bro. Because I'm literally typing my channel name in the YouTube search and I can't even find it, bro. Like, I kid you not. This is crazy. Now I see it here. Now I see the channel. Okay, so I have the correct thumbnail. All right, so now the way you click the like button, you have to click on when you're using your phone, right? I don't know if you're listening here. You click the dots right there in the corner. You click that, and then you'll see like the thumbs button. You'll see the thumbs up button. Oh, so I can also change the quality. All right. Oh, that's different. All right, that's different. That's how you pretty much thumbs up the video. You click the 3 dots on the right-hand side at the top, and then you'll see the thumbs up button. And that's how you thumb up the video on the YouTube Shorts, right? So we're gonna get up on out of here. It is what it is. Let me give a few shout outs on this Cash App real fast. Let me see. Okay, what do we got here? Shout out to Shirley for the support. Shirley. Shout out to Shirley for the support. I believe this is Def Jules. Salute for the support. Def Jules. Salute for the support. Chad. Shout out to Chad for the support. Shout out to Chad for the support. Howa. Shout out to Howa for the support. I believe that's Kevin. Shout out to Kevin for the support. Lilith. I think I shouted y'all out before. I'm not sure if I did, but shout out to y'all for the support. V-Dub Man for the support. Latrice. Beverly. And shout out to Denise. Denise for the support. Appreciate you. Right? We'll be back later on with more. I gotta go season up this chicken and steak because I have everything thawed out over there in the corner, and you don't want to have it thawed out too long. I be having fun when I put something on the grill. Let me see. That's about it, man. Again, peace and blessings to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw. Appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm gonna sign out over here on the Raw channel. So come on over to the reactions channel. I kind of chop it up at the end of the videos, but I'm gonna close it out over here. So come on over to the other channel so that we could pretty much wrap up the show. So peace and blessings to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel, right? I'm closing it out now, right? So peace.